Carlos, every place that Juan has gone that first year, it's usually by a trade, a big trade, or with the Yankees, and there's leadership groups already in place. Last year, same thing. This year, since he's here, has a year under his belt, and there's a whole new team around him, do you think he's embracing it? He seems more comfortable out there. I don't know if that's just my perception, or do you notice that at all?
No, I see the same guy that we saw last year, to be honest with you. We saw a lot of smiles and, how much fun they were having in the dugout. I remember watching clips early in spring training, and it was a topic back then. So, no, I think I see the same guy that we saw, like I said, all last year. He knows a lot of the new faces already. So, yeah, so far, it's been 2 days, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Have you decided yet what you're going to do with the pitching for the first game Saturday?
Waddell, he's going to start. Then I got to check with Wheeler to see who's going to follow there. But Waddell will start.
And as far as your new center fielder, Robert, just what do you think the ceiling is with this guy? I know he's been banged up the last couple of years, but what do you see there?
The tools are there. Elite power, the defense, the speed. When he's healthy, we saw it in 2023. A lot of the things that he can do, right? We got to keep him healthy. And, we want to be proactive, and I'll throw that out there. He won't be playing in games out of the gate. This is something that when we traded for him, our trainers, put their hands on it and identify some of the things, especially in the lower half, that needed to be straightened out. So he's going through full workouts. He's going to be getting live at bat. But as far as putting him in game settings when he has to full go, whether it's like a beat out a ground ball, we're not going to put him out of the gate. So he's going to be on a progression. So I'll throw that out there. But as far as like the ceiling and the potential from the player, man, he's got a chance to do something special here.
As far as the progression goes, it'll be sort of like what you had done with Nimmo.
Pretty much, yeah. Every guy is different, Again, we're not backing anything like pre-game work and things like that. You saw it yesterday doing cuts and relays. It's just the game speed that we want to make sure he's in a good place before we put him out there.
So just to clarify, it's not like any sort of injury situation.
No.
What did you guys uncover about?
Yeah, I think it was just the history of the lower half injuries. He just got to get stronger there, So it's just basically our guys, our group, putting our hands there. But no, he physically is 100% as far as health goes, and you'll see it. We're just trying to avoid the first at bat of spring training. He has to beat out an infield single, and we don't want to take any chances there.
Will any other players be on that sort of?
Oh yeah, we got a few of them. Albie's gonna be on a progression as well. We all know how hard he works, but I don't think we'll see him in games the first week. Jorge Polanco, same way. This is a guy that when we signed him, the physicals, he had a surgery about a year and a half. Some of the things but he's going to continue to get live at bats, and we'll put him on backfield action before we put him on a game. I think that's it for now. Oh, Brett Baty is the other one. He felt something on the right hamstring about 2 weeks ago that we so he's going to, especially like reps in the outfield, that's going to take a little bit, but he's fine. But yeah, because he felt something on the hamstring, we are going to slow play.
What did Brett feel on his hamstring? And I'm assuming, since you said that he's mostly fine, it was pretty minor when you.
Yeah. He was going through his conditioning and his training at home, and while he was sprinting, he felt something, and he reported right away. So, like I said, he's in a good spot now. But when you lose, I think he took a few days without doing any running or anything like that. So. Went through the physicals fine. He's taking run balls. He's doing pretty much everything. But before we put him out there in the outfield, especially, we got time here.
Somebody like Brett, who is learning some new positions, but still, keeping the other ones. how do you split up his workload? How do you divide that up for him? This spring?
Yeah, the biggest thing is we got to get him to that place, right, where he can start doing outfield, infield. For right now, it's just first base. But we'll get as a group, coaches, trainers, we're talking to Brett, and we'll come up with a better plan once he's full go.
Hey, Carlos, when you talk about being proactive with Robert, do you maybe anticipate or expect that to extend into the regular season where maybe he's not playing every single day for you guys?
Well, he's our everyday center fielder, right? But, we will communicate with him. The schedule will dictate a lot of that too. And that's part of the relationship that we have to develop here. The trust on the staff, and getting to know the player. We'll see. Our job is to put him in that position where we feel like he's good to go, and then we'll adjust accordingly.
Yeah, kind of going off that. In the past, you've had guys who played 160 regular season games. You've got a few new guys who are coming off injuries in the last 2 years. Might you be more proactive with all of them to aim for 150 or 155 rather than 160?
Yeah, and I think the mindset and the goal for 162, but how good of a player are you going to be for 162? I would rather play you for 150, like you mentioned, 155, and get the best version of yourself. But that's part of the relationship here. Getting to know the player. Like you said, we got a lot of new faces there, but they know they have that responsibility, and being in the lineup is part of it. But again, we'll adjust when we need to, and we'll get the best out of them. That's our job.
Carlos, just getting to know these new players, are you doing anything differently this spring? You have new coaching staff, a lot of new players. Are you doing anything at all differently in getting to know them?
No, just, maybe a lot of one-on-one conversations, meeting players where they at, walking around the clubhouse, but nothing, I did that my first year here. I did it last year. I mean, every year you have new players there. So, not really.